Hi guys, this is NHB, Crazy Just Might Work on Instagram, and today's tutorial is on a design by Squad Loomer. Details will be down in the description below, and this one's called Funny Valentine. As you see, obvious because of these lovely heart shapes through the design, and Squad Loomer has given credit for inspiration to Pazzy Wazzy on Instagram for her Arms of Love bracelet. So it is a separate design, but there are similarities between them. So it's been sorted out between the two designers, and I'll be doing the Funny Valentine tutorial today. Okay, now the main thing I would recommend with this design is to make sure that you have really strongly contrasting bands between your outside bands and your heart shape. This heart shape coming through here. This I think is probably the best one that I've done because the white or the frost is contrasted quite nicely between that and then not overpowered by this centre band. Don't make the centre band too strong. The colours I'm going to do today, mostly for contrast, but they've actually turned out looking kind of cute, are these ones here. So I've got glitter white, then I've got the pink and yellow pearl bands, and the sweets blue. I think that comes out looking quite cute. It is a hook design, so you need your hook and a C-clip and your bands. Alrighty, we'll be working on it. It's actually upside down. So as we're working on it, we'll actually be working on it from the opposite direction than the heart comes out. Alright, so let's get started. Move these ones out of the way. I'll put this one here so we can see where the bands are going to go from. Sorry, that seems to be a little bit, might put a little bit of shade on that. No. Anyway, hopefully you'll be able to see enough with my hands over here. So we're going to start this off with the band that's going to be the outside band. In my case here, it's the glitter white bands. So we'll do a standard cap band, or you can triple cap band that if you like it to be a little tighter, and put another band the same straight through that cap band. There you go. And then on each of these loops of the white, glitter white, we need to have the band that's going to be your heart colour. In my case, the pearl, pink and yellow. Now you can do this by pulling the left hand band off with the same fingers you're holding the band you're going to put on, and pulling that under and reattaching both of those. Or you can actually put this band on here and then flip it around. If you've done any of my other tutorials, you'll know that I flip the minimum possible. So I would prefer to work from one side where I can. So I'll show you two ways of doing the other part too, one non-flipping way and one flipping way. So we've got one band of the heart colour on each side, and that's what it should look like for now. We need to get your central band on these two middle bands here. So probably the easiest way for most people is to take off that left hand band with the same fingers as your middle band colour. As you're holding that band, sorry. Grab that band colour and pull that through, or you can, if you lift over, you lift those two bands over the top of that other band and reattach that again. So you can see that heart starting to form there. Now we have two slip knotted bands, these ones here, so they're going back to the original colour we used, and we're pulling those bands through those two left. Now the way I would do this is I would pick up these two and then lift that band up and over those, over the end of the hook, and reattach like that. Okay, we are going to have to flip this around if we're going to do it that way. I've got a non-flipping way, which I'll show you later, but this is probably the easiest way so far. So we're going to turn those round and rehook in the same order. So if you do this and you turn them round, it's going to be actually the same action again. This band comes through, first two, then you pick up those two bands again, put them to the end of the hook, flip this band over and under the hook like that, and lift that one over the top again. There you go, then you've got your two inverted slip knots. Then to finish off this part, we need two more bands. This first one will go through everything on the hook, and then we'll come back and we'll pick up whatever your heart colour is. So there's this one, and this one, two, and attach that. That lengthens the heart shape. And then the final band for the sequence, which is also the start of the next sequence, is pulling one of those outside band colours through. Okay, so it's fairly straightforward. Let's give that a go again. So to get these bands on, you can flip. I'll show you the flipping way. You could put a band on the left hand side like that, turn it around, and then that band would go on the left hand side again, because this is symmetrical front and back, so we don't have to worry about directions or anything like that. You can just flip it over, grab that left hand band with this band you're going to put on, pull that under or lift those two over the centre bands, reattach. Then we get onto our slip knotted bands. So we're going to put that one through this two on the left, pick up those two bands again. Don't pull it too tight because it will slide under. You need to let a little bit of leeway on this one because you want to pick this one up and flip it over the end. Pick that one up again. Then we flip it around. Make sure you've got a good hold on this part of the band here, this slip knotted band, because otherwise it'll flip over the top again. Little bits come off my band. Okay, didn't come off. So we rehook that around the opposite way, keeping them in order. And we do the same process with the slip knotted band coming from the opposite direction. So it goes through those two, picks up 1, 2 bands, flips that outside band over, under the hook, and back again. Then we need to finish off by getting the outside colour again, pulling it through all 6 loops, or you can lift it over, and then we're picking up the heart colour. Try not to get your bands twisted. Like so, and hook that on. And then this completes it and starts the new section. Okay, so I will now show you how I actually do it, because I prefer not to flip at all where possible, and I have a way of doing it without flipping it. So what I do is I actually pull this through the left hand side. This is just for people who might be experienced hook only design people and who don't really like to flip it around, or you might just like to find a different way. I then put this band on, slide it through all of them, just lightly pinch those left hand too so that they don't escape, go over the top of that right one and pick it up, and then pop those back on. Then the same thing, because we've only got one band that we want to release, to put the middle bands on, I just pull these bands through the first 3, pinch the left hand one that I don't want it on, go over the top of the ones that I do want it on, and pop that through. hook that on. I just find that easy for the way that I do it. Also with these slip knots, I do the one on the left exactly the way that I've shown. Pull that over, put it on the end. But this right hand one, I pull all the way through, pinch these ones on the left, slide them back on. Now to get this slip knot effect, I actually just pinch these ones on the left and take them off. And to work a reverse slip knot on this side, you turn your hook around, grab it so that it pulls it over the top of those two bands, then you go under those two bands and pick up, and you've got your reverse slip knot. I did that on one of Adele Griffith's, the Christmas trees, tiny trees bracelet as well. So I'll show you that one again. So you've got this one already pulled through. You turn your hook over, grab it with that side and pull it back past those two bands there in the middle, and then just push through underneath those two bands, and you've got it on, and then you hook it back on the other side. Now if you wanted to, you could do that one first. It might make it easy because then you're only hanging on to two loops, these loops, and then you could do the left hand one as well. So we finish that off. Now, I don't know if that's something that would help you, but I just thought I would show the way of doing that if you're someone who prefers not to have to turn it round. So we've pulled that through and picked up your heart-shaped colour again and finished it off. And if it does get twisted, it's pretty easy. It's a fairly loose design, so just grab both sides and twist it over, like so. So that's starting to look really cute. I like this one actually. It's funny, I just chose these colours because I thought they'd be high contrast, but I actually think they've turned out quite nice. Alright, I'll do this one more time. We get a band on the left. I'll do it with the flipping way. That's the way most people do it. Turn it round, get a band on the left again. So we've got a band on each of those glitter loops, like so. Then we'll grab the middle colour, and with those same fingers, grab the left hand loop and pull that through 1, 2, which are the centre loops. Pop those back on. The slip knots. Pull it through the two left hand ones. Pick up those again. Have a loose hold on this left band here and push it up and over, and lift this one over the end, like so. Make sure when you turn it round, you've got a good hold on that one so that it doesn't slip away again. Turning. There we go. You can do it with a double-ended hook, of course. On the other side, exactly the same thing. Through the two left-hand bands, under those again, have a loose hold, and we get this one. Give yourself a little bit of room there. This one flips up and over the end of the hook. Pull it down towards that way it can't flip back again, and just lift that one that you're holding on to back over. Pull that through and lift up with your hook the band colour for the heart, like so, and reattach. And to finish off, just grab a band and pull it through all of those. Very easy to finish. Just C-clip those two loops there, and you've got a gap band at the beginning, and you end up with this beautiful, funny Valentine design. Okay, so again, this funny Valentine design was created by Squad Loomer on Instagram, and she gives credit to Pazzy Wazzy on Instagram for inspiration from her Arms of Love design. Please could you tag us in your comments and on your photos on Instagram so we get to see what you come up with this funny Valentine design. And if you can also hashtag Crazy Just Might Work, Squad Loomer, and we'll have a hashtag Funny Valentine Bracelet. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you later. Bye.